Xiao.exe. I was really excited to play this game for a very long time, Genshin Impact. It looked really fun. My friends were playing it and telling me how good it was. I didn't think it was bad at first. As well, I decided to install the game myself. After all, I had a favorite character too after seeing his design. His name was Xiao. It was one of those characters I hoped to get when I downloaded the game, opened the program where I had to install the game to be on my PC. Into my shot, it downloaded quickly. I was pretty impressive of how powerful my PC can be. Really be. Then I did more steps with it and went faster on that too. I was really pumped until I see an option of the launch, which means I was able to open the game right now if I really wanted to. I was just excited, so I decided to anyway. As soon as I got in, something was strange. Mihoyo's logo appears with the numbers of 666 until I got a message on my phone. It was my friend Sally. She was the one person who told me to play this game. Into my shot, I got a message saying, "Don't play the game. Mihoyo for some reason hasn't fixed the glitch or bug." It wasn't her who messaged. The rest came from her mom telling her that Sally has passed away due to suicide. My face was speechless. I felt some kind of lie to them. It was already too late. Sally's old message also said, "I saw your favorite character. He didn't look exactly how he was supposed to be. He kept asking. I wasn't the one." He electrocuted through my computer screen and took control of my computer screen and took control of it. Caused myself to die from paralyzation. As I noticed, I looked at my computer while reading Sally's old final words messages until I saw the wind vision on my screen. There was blood on it and a black screen after that. I saw Genshin Impact start menu. I sighed to myself and entered with no verification or download resources, appearing just right into the game. There was a cutscene on the screen, but it didn't really show anything much other than Ether and Lumine. I decided to pick the female traveler since basically my gender was female. But for some reason the game wouldn't let me. Even if I tried, my screen started to glitch up and fading to black with the message saying, "You are not the one." Until the screen stayed black for a while until it finally got to the point where I finally got to start playing the game. For some reason, I didn't start off in Starfall Mountains. I was in Leeway for some part of Chasm Part 2. The skies were deeply black and the water was red like blood. The clouds never existed and every tree and grass was dead. I finally start to walk around. There was no enemies, no animals, no NPCs. Not even a main character of the series wasn't here. I opened my menu, there wasn't a Paimon, but my name was Ether. I could have changed my name and my adventure rank AR was 60, although I didn't even experience the game as much. Even the fact that my traveler was still stuck at level 1. No wind vision or geo element powers, just nothing to him. So I decided to travel. I was lucky enough to grab chests and unlock waypoints, but they didn't give me regular primo gems or more, just negative of each of them. I opened my wish simulator, but there was only weapon banner with 2 stars and 1 star, even a Xiao banner with no 4-star characters, but just him. It also says I could actually pull for him even though I had negative primos. I wasn't sure at first until another black screen appeared right in front of me. "You are worthless to stay around longer. I'm so happy you returned. It's your fault for leaving me behind." This strange message kept appearing as well each time I kept going around until I saw enemies. Most of them were laying on the ground, able to move, and most of them had blood coming out of them as a sign that somebody was here. Until my shot, my traveler started to feel his skin fading away. He didn't look very happy too until I saw something glowing right behind him that was red, staring as if something was following him. Until it disappeared off sight, until I remember before it disappeared, it looks like somebody I knew. I decided to open my wishes again. Xiao was still on the banner. I didn't know what to think or how I'm gonna pull this off. Just knowing that Xiao is probably somewhere in the game, but not knowing that he's on a banner. Even knowing how I'm going to pull this off without getting murdered so early. But I did the stupid move and pulled on his banner. I did get a 5-star and it was just him, only 6 times. So basically, constellation 6 times of him. Instead of 10, the rest was 1 star and 2 stars. After pulling him, he was already gone off the banner, meaning he was roaming around somewhere as soon as I closed the wish. Meaning that he was no longer on the banner. I didn't see him in my party either, even though I was confused. When it comes to wishing a new character, sometimes they will join the party section, but he was nowhere to be found. Until my shock, I saw the red glowing eyes again. But much, much closer, my traveler started to look more terrified than before as something was actually coming after him. The dark figure looked like something he knew. I started to having an option to run and having a weapon too until I tried to reach to a statue. I saw what looked like Paimon. When I finally made it, her face was all stitched up, even her eyes, and it looked like a spear wound was stabbed through her stomach. There was a vision dropped to the side. It looked like a vision. As Ether kneeled down to pick it up, it was a leeway wind vision. He looked up to see what looked like Xiao staring at him. Ether began to back up in fear of seeing Xiao not being himself. I couldn't even take control of the traveler like it's some kind of cutscene. He wouldn't even let me run away from my own fear of what I'm about to see. I couldn't even use my sword as well to fight back. I just was scared. He gave me a message saying through his yellow teeth, saying,
"Your little sidekick was not enough."
In my real-life comparison, the realization that Sally, Xiao was referring to, was stuck in the souls of Paimon. So the dead body was my dead friend who was stuck inside his nightmarish world. So he kept her and put her soul into the game. My shocked, Xiao approached, dashing through the traveler's stomach without seeing him, falling apart of tears of blood, and the chasm spirits started to surround the dead body floating around him, only to make him look like Xiao, but not in the way of his appearance. He was more sad and stitched up, with blood pouring down his eyes. Xiao turned his head towards me in real life, breaking the fourth wall as he slowly approaches towards the screen, flashing out and approaching me with the message,
"You will join your friend here with me and have your soul inside the traveler you were meant to be."
I was so scared. I didn't want him to come out of my game as I quickly grabbed something that was very heavy and smashed my computer because I didn't want him to come out of it. I was panting, shaking in fear. Tears started to pour down my face. My best friend was gone because of that monster. She never killed herself. That monster took her life. That she enjoyed playing the game. And the game was never glitched or bugged. It was all messed up. And the wrong version of the game as well. I wanted to wish I could never start that game at all, and I had to think of a theory. Xiao was like this because maybe he was possessed by the chasm of the ghost. Zhongli didn't save him in this universe. Ether never bothered to help Xiao either. He just left him to suffocate. And maybe his karma death was able to possess him, not in the right way exactly, but he actually enjoyed the painful life he had growing up. He was never able to find his friend. And to my shock, I saw a shadow figure coming out of my broken computer. It looked like a ghost coming out of it. As soon as I saw it, I decided to run outside because I had a feeling it's not over yet. As soon I was outside, Xiao dashed in front of me before I could even escape. Even I mentioned to myself how fast he can be, grabbing my shoulders and biting down my face, sending my soul into the ending nightmares of the Genshin impact with the message,
"Your memories will be so dark just like mine. You're home. You were the one."
The time of Genshin I spent had vanished away. I died alongside with my friend, and I wish I could relive that moment of never playing a game, with everyone so obsessed, with Xiao leaving me the final message saying,
"I am God."